Matt here from Create Your Future, guys. I have an exciting video. I've seen a lot of questions about this week, and it's do I need to believe my intentions or affirmations to get what I want? So I'm going to answer that question and probably dive into more, but right now that's where I'm going to start. Just before I do, guys, I post videos every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. No, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's right. And guys, if you would like to be notified when I do a live event, when I do YouTube lives, I answer your questions for free. If you are a member of the channel, you do get priority. If you're not a member, I will still answer your question. To be notified of that, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. Also, when you want to be notified when I post a video, hit the bell icon, right? It'll really help us out for you to check out our videos. Yeah, and as well, guys, we do have a free course, How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. I don't know if it's for you, but that course is going to help you to be able to create and build a good mental diet. And it's going to give you little tips and tricks. And I've said this a million times, but questioning is a block. Let's say, for instance, you want to manifest, someone buying flowers, but then you question why they haven't bought you flowers before, if they even want to be with you. Like questioning, the subject of your manifestation is going to block it. You need to be clear, okay? If you had what you wanted, would you be questioning if they liked you? No, of course not. Okay, so questioning doesn't mean asking what SATS is, or everyone is you pushed out, or how to do a mental diet, or asking why is the sky blue. That's not what we're talking about when we mean questioning. We mean anything other than being direct and to the point in your mental diet. So that course is going to help you build your mental diet, as well as, guys, I do have a course and some affirmation tracks. I think you guys manifested them. I don't know if it's for you, but my course is going to help you to be able to recreate any relationship that you have. Okay, it's going to help you to create your own personal mantra, and your mantra is really going to help fast track you to basically get your manifestation. I know when it came to me manifesting moving in with my specific person, I created a mantra and I got it done in 5 days. Okay, and it was so super quick because I had a go-to phrase that basically hit all my pain points ready to go. So my course, How to Create the Relationship That You Love, is going to help you to do that, and it's on sale right now, as well as my affirmation tracks, How to Manifest Money, How to Get Rid of the Third Party, and How to Get Your Ex Back affirmation tracks. They're great. The two about relationships, they focus on your relationship being perfect, whole, and complete. Okay, so definitely check that out. They're all on sale. Again, I don't know if they're for you, but they're there. I've created them. I'm proud of them. I also have mental diet journals and other journals as well, if you like paper and pen like I do. And yeah, let's take a look here. A free course. And yeah, guys, I'm getting a lot of questions lately. Sorry, I have a note of things to mention. A lot of questions lately of what we do offer for coaching, because I guess there's so many coaches out there and so many people doing so many different things. What we do here is, we do have some coaches that do hypnotherapy, NLP. I am a neurolinguistic programming practitioner, as well as a hypnotherapist, an EFT practitioner, and a life coach. And a lot of the coaches on the team have those qualifications, whether all of them or some of them or a combination of them. We do have coaches on the team with, counseling and psychology backgrounds as well, trained in that, although we don't provide those services. So, but no matter who you see on the team, right, they're going to help you find your blocks. They're going to help you create an action plan, and they're going to give you some great go-to intentions that are personalized for you. Okay, the most powerful intentions that you can do are the ones that are actually they're for you. They're going to be the exact opposite of what your complaints are. Okay, so your complaints is what's shaping your world now. Your complaints, your beliefs, what you've already manifested and seen reflected back. When you identify and pinpoint what those stories are, and you change them, and you get a list of intentions that that are the opposite of that are pointing you in the direction that you want, things are going to move quickly. Okay, no two people create the problem the same way. Okay, no two people create a third party the same way. okay? Everybody creates it differently because you create it with your thoughts, okay? So, I mean, maybe two people do create it similar, I mean, me personally, I've created a third party before, but it wasn't because I didn't feel like I was good enough. I had a story that somebody was a player. Okay. So that was my story, that this person was a player. Okay. Now, I mean, other people have created a third party because they don't feel like they're good enough and that other people are better than them. So what is your story creating your current reality? Okay. Because we know that your 3D reality is a direct reflection of your thoughts. Okay. So yeah, just throwing that out there. I don't know who coaching is for. I don't know if it's for you, but we do offer it. We also offer everything in our videos to be able to help you. So thank you so much for being here and subscribing. Definitely hit the like button and share. You know what? I think we need to share this with everybody. This is like really great stuff. And it really doesn't matter, if you're religious or what you believe in. What we teach here is, changing your assumptions, thinking positive, right? Thinking positive and creating goals, manifesting in steps that I say is just like creating SMART goals. Okay. What are you going to see, hear, and feel when you get there? And creating those little steps as you go, right? So yeah, anyway, let's dive into this, okay? So here's the big controversy question of the week, and I've seen it, I'm manifesting it because I've seen it from a few different people, so I'm going to answer this question. So yes and no, okay? You do need to believe, okay, that somebody's capable of change, and you do need to believe that your thoughts create, okay? Now, because you can't live in duality, okay? You can't, okay, so you need to believe something, okay, of the whole entire equation, okay? So for instance, okay, here's an example. Here's the mental diet, okay? So I don't believe my thoughts create, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I intend that Jerry, is over his baggage and wants to be in a relationship, and then I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't even know if my thoughts create. Okay, right there, you're blocking it, okay? Because you're making an assumption that Jerry, wants to be in a relationship with you, and you're trying to create that assumption, and now you're questioning if your thoughts even really create, and it's going to make a difference. So in that case, you need to believe that your thoughts create, right? That's what you need to turn around and say, yeah, my thoughts create. I know my thoughts create, and I intend for Jerry to be over his baggage and ready for a relationship. Now let's go to a different scenario. Let's say you don't believe Jerry can change, okay? You can't say, oh, I don't believe Jerry's ever going to change. People don't change. And then all of a sudden expect Jerry to change. You can't live in duality like that. So in that case, you're going to need to believe that Jerry can change. Okay. So at the very least, you need to believe that it's possible. So if you want to live from the premise of, you know what, I can be, do, have anything I want, and my thoughts create. Okay. You believe enough right there. Okay. You don't need to believe anything else because you believe that anything is possible. Okay, that's the premise I live by. I live by the premise that I'm perfect, whole, and complete, and that I can be, do, and have anything that I want, and people can change. Boom. Now I can set any information, any intention from that standpoint, and I don't need to actually believe it. Okay. So, I mean, when I look back 10 years ago, okay, at who I was and what I believed I could have in my life and what I have now, did I believe that I could have it? Absolutely not. I am absolutely shocked and appalled at the life that I've created for myself in every different area of my life, right? And in financially, in business, in personal relationships, in marriage, okay? In my relationship with myself, my relationship with basically the whole entire world, like I've come such a far way and I did not believe it was possible. But the one belief that I had was anything is possible. Okay. And I could be, do, and have anything that I want. Okay. And I just put my intentions out for the moon. I said, you know what? No, I'm not playing small. I'm not going to play with, I am going to intend, manifest $10. No, $1 billion. Thank you. I'm just going to intend that we move in together. No, marriage. Thank you. 25-year anniversary. Thank you. So, I went big because I've got that core belief that I believe in myself, and I believe, my beliefs are that I could be, do, and have anything that I want. So you do need to have that belief in yourself, or you're going to be fighting yourself. Okay. I've had clients that come across my desk and they're like, oh, you know what? I want to believe, but I think that, LOA is BS. I think that law of assumption is BS. I don't think our thoughts create. I don't think it's true. My logical mind wants to say that it's not true. Okay, well, if that's the conversation you're having, you're going to need to start, creating the belief that you do create with your thoughts. Okay. People that aren't consciously creating, that have no knowledge of this, they don't care. Okay. Let's say they were living in a box, they never heard of it, and they're just naturally positive people. They have just the natural thought that, think positive, but I can get what I want. Believe in people, believe people can change, and then people will change. They've got those set of beliefs, okay? But again, their set of beliefs are believing, that that it's possible. Okay. So do you need to believe your specific intentions? No. But do you need to believe that they're possible? Absolutely. Does it help if you believe your intentions are possible? Absolutely. Of course it will. I mean, yeah, the only thing you want to avoid here is the fight with yourself. Okay. So let's say, well, I intend to manifest $1 billion. Oh, but I don't know if that's true. Where's the $1 billion? You just want to eliminate that conversation. Okay. You don't want to have that conversation. So if it's like, well, ask yourself, do I believe that $1 billion is possible to manifest? Absolutely. Other people have done it. So can I. Done deal. Going to happen by the end of this year. Done. Yep. Going to be married by the end of this year. Done. Other people have gotten married all the time. I'm good enough. I can have it, So just believing that, hey, maybe you just need to believe that you're good enough to have it. I mean, that would be the other thing. Are you good enough? Like, is that a belief that you have that you're not good enough to have it? Or do you believe that other people can get it, but not you? Okay. So you need to believe that it's possible for you. At the very least, that's what you need to believe, but you don't need to believe the rest of your intentions. Like, I've manifested some crazy things that were just like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to throw this out there. I know it's crazy, but I didn't have any resistance. Okay. Resistance in the way of, I don't believe it's possible. I don't believe my thoughts create. I don't believe I'm good enough, anything like that. Okay. I intend that this makes sense, and it gets everybody an aha moment. Okay. So, when it comes to the word believe, I think a lot of people are throwing it around and not giving the full entire context of it. Okay. You need to believe in something. Okay. You can't, like I said, you can't have this conversation of saying, well, look, you know what? I don't believe my thoughts create, and then turn around and go, well, I'm going to manifest that. Okay. Boom. You're giving yourself resistance. You're blocking yourself. That's duality. You can't be there, or like, saying, well, I want Jerry to change, but I don't believe people can change. Boom. Duality. You're living in two different worlds. You're not going to get there. Okay. So you need to, but you can say, well, I'm going to manifest $1 billion by the end of the year. Okay. That's good. Do you have any doubt about that? There's your disbelief. What's the doubt about? Is it possible? Am I good enough? Then you're dealing with that doubt. Okay. And if you deal with that doubt and you say, well, yeah, I mean, I think to myself, I got no doubt about that. I mean, lots of people have, some people are trillionaires at this point. Like, I think I'm shooting kind of low. I'm like, yeah, it's possible. If I got the means and I can figure it out, why not? And so, you know what I mean? Like, there you go. You believe. Okay. You maybe not like 100% like, oh yes, I believe, stake in the ground, I made it to Mount Everest, but you have no doubts or no, opposing story about it. That's enough right there. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying? I intend that this video helps each and every person. I intend each of you guys get an unexpected check in the mail this week, or a deposit in your bank account, even better. And yeah, you know what? That something extraordinary happens this week for you guys, because each and every one of you guys are good enough and you deserve it. Okay. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.